All right, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Don back again with another paddle comparison, and today I got Tyler with me from Pickle Rage. And Tyler's been playing a lot with all three paddles. Would you say he's very comfortable? He's well-rounded player as well. So his feedback is always welcome here on the channel. All right, so we picked three hybrid paddles. I think two are the more popular ones, and then one of the more underrated one, which is the NOX JMA paddle. All hybrid shapes. Of course, you know, the JOOLA Kosmos 5 is their new lineup. I mean, this is starting you off about $300 here. Yeah. And then you got the Carbon 4, the TruFoam Barrage, and that's around 250 right now. Discount codes out there as well, so the Carbon Garage. But the one we would really kind of dial in, this is kind of like or what is it, black horse of the group here. Yeah. Is the NOX JMA paddle. And I mean, it's roughly about $220 after the discount code. And I kind of want to match it up with the more popular hybrids out there. Let's start off with talking about the NOX JMA paddle. We do have a discount code down below, and Tyler can tell you a little bit more about this paddle right now.
Yeah. So been playing with the JC6 and the JMA. The JMA is impressive to me mostly because of the power you can unlock with the paddle. Of course, the hybrid shape, it's quick, it's fast. You don't have a weight problem. We actually have weights going up through the throat of it. It's kind of balance out the paddle a little bit, which I think is definitely needed. Playing stock, you can definitely play stock, but I would recommend for sure weights. We actually talked to JMA, the guy who helped design this paddle. He recommended weights to the throat as well. But yeah, the power in it is ridiculous, especially for it being a hybrid.
Yeah. How much weight you put on it?
3 grams on each side.
Yeah, because I mean, as soon as you put those weight on, I went back to play and I was like, oh my God. I mean, it's coming off hard.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think, like, comparing to the more popular brands here?
So, like, going with the NOX to the Kosmos. Kosmos, of course, most JOOLA paddles, especially with what are their selling points they have now with the new provides, the kinetic frame, so you get more width through your paddle. I definitely give the power edge to the NOX over the Kosmos, but I will say the dwell time and the control level of the Kosmos kind of outweighs the NOX. So it just really depends on kind of what you want in the paddle. If you want more power and a little bit more spin, in my opinion, I would go with the NOX. But if you're more of a control type guy, want a little bit more balance to your game, Kosmos kind of wins it in that area.
I see. And I mean, going to the other spectrum thing, I mean, I hear a lot of things about this Carbon 4 being like that power paddle. And we were talking about it earlier, and I was just like, it felt soft, more like control paddle. Yeah. But then you mentioned it's more of a poppy paddle, in your opinion, right?
Yeah. Well, the ball kind of flies off the face. Again, like I would never really call it a power paddle. The ball almost goes straight on the power paddle, comes right off, but it doesn't give that extra push to the ball that a lot of power paddles have. It's very like the feel of it's very blocky. It's just very boom right here, straight to the paddle. Against like a boomstick that's very hollow. It's just stiffer, kind of more dense paddle, which is good for a lot of people. So it's really just based on what feel wise you like. These two right here, the Carbon and the NOX, are like completely opposite. Talking about playing wise, you got like a stiff, dense paddle versus, I would say, even a stiff, hollow paddle. Against power and just more of just a pop, almost a little bit control in there. So again, it's really based on what you like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so kind of look at the spectrum of the three. It's kind of like you got the NOX up there on more of the, would you say the paddle, or you would put the Kosmos up there?
I would put Kosmos. So if I had to like name each one, I would put Kosmos as more of a control paddle. I would put the Carbon as more of just a counter paddle, more of like just very poppy. But it can be controlled. It's like that control bazooka was like we called it, just because it flies off the face is very controllable. And then of course the NOX, I think it's just a power, the ball explodes off the paddle, and
when you need it to,
yeah. And you can control it for sure.
Yeah.
Especially with some weight on it.
So kind of putting the NOX right in the middle of that well-rounded.
Yeah. Now if I had to rank the paddles and like which ones I like the best, I would think the NOX is my number one. Followed up by the Kosmos and rounded up by the Carbon. But the Kosmos and Carbon are very close to each other. They can be interchanged easily, but the NOX really, for me, takes the cake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I think after you putting the weights on, that power definitely just jumped up there.
It's really, really good for singles. I've played a ton of singles games with it against the JC6. This is such, I think, a great singles paddle. Just because, yes, you're missing some lengthy, elongated type style, but it's not much. and you're getting that back with the controlled power.
As a player, let's say in that 3-5, trying to move to that 4 range,
Yeah.
which paddle would you kind of recommend?
If I had to recommend I'll go by levels. So we'll start at 3-5. Mostly because if you're in the 3-0 to 3-5 range, I would just recommend getting more bang for your buck paddle, which these are more expensive paddles. Once you get to that 3-5 range, it's always based off feel. I always tell people you need to try the paddle before you really buy it.
Yeah.
I like my paddles based off feel. So for me, I would recommend probably the Kosmos for that 3-5, 3-9 area. Just because it's well-rounded, anybody can use it. They're not going to struggle with urinary power. They're not going to have trouble controlling the power. Once you get into that 4-0 range, I think you can really go with any of these paddles. I like the NOX. The NOX, you can kind of use that power and kind of put the ball where you want to put it at. And then the carbon, I think it can be anywhere from 3-5 and all the way up, kind of mixing it as well. But I would say for sure 3-5 to 3-9, I would stick with those two paddles. And then once you get in that 4-0 range, I would probably start recommending the NOX more to people up in the higher level.
Yeah. I think for me, it kind of depends how I feel, what kind of vibes I'm getting with the opponents I'm playing.
Yeah,
we're playing fast or trying to finish fast point. I can see that's where the Kosmos is going to shine.
Yeah.
Because it's got the put away at the kitchen done.
Yeah.
You know, and then if you're playing more of like getting that 4 high where they slow everything down, everything's more meticulous control. That's where I think I would like to pick up the NOX paddle there.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. It's all based on preference, all based on feel. Paddles wise, a lot of them are going to be built the same way. Except for a few. And then price-wise, they're all getting around that same $250, $220 price range. So again, it's all based on feel, all based on preference. I tell a lot of people, it's like, it's based on if you like the paddle, how it looks. Like, if you like this green colorway, man, buy it. If you like the red looks sick, buy it. If you like a more basic paddle, buy the carbon. I mean,
That's true.
That's honestly, you're going to get used to the paddle and you're going to learn how to play with it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Figure out what you like.
I know you touched base with playing with the JC6 as well.
Yeah.
Compared to the JMA, what's your quick thoughts on that?
Yeah. So Jonathan Mendita, he's a single specialist. Was ranked like top 40 on the tour for a while in singles. Really, really good singles guy. And he helped develop this paddle. So it's really geared towards singles. The JC6, I really think, is developed more double play. It's more plush, more controllable. I actually use that in singles, or actually use that in doubles and use this in singles. I mix match, but yeah, using this in singles has definitely helped me just generate more power, get more depth on my shots. And then the JC6 is more developed towards doubles, more touch oriented and control oriented, and you can still generate really good power through both.
Well, thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Thank you again, Tyler, for doing the reveal with us here. And drop a comment down below if you got any questions on these paddles. Share your thoughts. Maybe we'll just complete you along here. We like to hear it. Thanks, guys.